Are
Good.
you are
Yeah.
you ready?
Yeah.
I was born in Rocky Mountain, North Carolina. I stayed there till I was about 6 years old. And at 6 years old, my aunt Aletha, she took me to Orangeburg, South Carolina. And in South Carolina, in South Carolina, I went to Great Snake Swamp Elementary School, and then from there I went to Great Branch High School. Now the high school, I only got to the 11th grade. I was working on a farm, uh, picking cotton, hoeing potatoes and picking corn. And at this point, I decided, I got to make a change. When uh, work on a farm is pretty tough. Uh, I had several other kind of jobs where I guess one time I delivered groceries. I also uh, delivered milk from a truck. In other words, there was the white driver, but in my case, I had to lift the milk. He did most of the drive. He did the driving. And so when I had I guess I was about 17, I decided, I said, well, I have to make a choice here. I got to do something differently. So I went down first because a lot of the people in that town was going in the Air Force. I went down to the Air Force station and I said, could I join up? They said, well, now we got a long waiting list. Well, having a long waiting list, I said to myself, this won't work. So I went over to the Navy, and the Navy said at the time, said, yes, sir. Said, we'll take you. Okay? This was 1955. And so the Navy took me, and I became a jet mechanic in the Navy, stationed at Corey Field, Pensacola, Florida. Uh, and then when I was there, at Corey Field, I took Corey Field, I had to finish my high school. So I went to J. Lee Pickens Adult High School at night. It was 5 miles from my house. So I walked 5 miles there and say 5 miles back every night of the week to finish high school. Now I got my high school diploma, not a GED. Not that I think there's anything wrong with the GED, but I just happened to have gotten my high school diploma. And then after I did that, I took a special test in the Navy to enter one of the program they call an Associate Degree Completion Program. And at that point, it was 1972, I think it was, that I went on and finished my associate degree program. In other words, it was a 2-year program, but I finished and received my AA degree in business administration. So after that, I retired. No, I was stationed in Norfolk, Virginia, where I continued at Golden Gate University, which was one of the satellites, because the main campus, of course, is in San Francisco. But I went on and I finished, at night and what have you. I completed my bachelor's degree in management. And then in 1979, when I went on and retired from the Navy, I completed my master's degree. When I finished that and started with the U.S. General Accounting Office, I worked there for 3 years. I also worked a bit I worked for about a year, I guess, in the IRS as an Internal Revenue Agent. Let's see, I worked there, and then I got to work, moved over to the U.S. DCA, Defense Contract Audit Agency. Let me back up and say one thing. When I was on the USS Forrestal, still in the Navy, and I think you can cut that the way you want to, but I was in charge of the Master Arms Force. That was the law enforcement. I had changed my field from jet mechanic to the police force. I had about 20 Master at Arms that worked for me, and that's some of the ones that you'll see in this picture. Then after that, I went to work for the Defense Contract Defense Contract Audit Agency, where I retired from in 2007. And when I retired from there in 2007, I went on and completed my doctorate degree in business administration with an accounting concentration. And in that particular case, I have done some adjunct professor teaching various college courses. I did that at Lincoln University. I taught there full-time though. And then I taught part-time at St. Leo University. I also taught part-time at a couple other colleges, but that was the base of it. Now, for example, my family, I have 3 sons, Samuel Williams Jr., Kevin Williams Sr., and Darrell Williams. My 3 grandchildren are Kevin Williams Jr., Kenya Michelle Williams, and Justin T. Williams. Now, wives. My first wife, of course, was Shirley J. Williams. She's deceased. And of course, my second wife is Dr. Anesta P. Williams. And I think that's about the size of it. Is there anything else you want me to talk about?
Hey, Granddad, did you include, where did you get your PhD from?
Argosy University, Sarasota, Florida, is where I got my PhD from. My DBA.
DBA?
Doctor in Business Administration, yes.
Okay.